We welcome you inside Copper Hills High School for this matchup between the 4-11 Herriman Mustangs and the 11-3 Copper Hills Grizzlies. Hello everyone, I'm JT Wistersill, excited to welcome you inside this matchup tonight on Grizzlies court. You can see the big old Grizzly at center court for what should be a fun one. We're ready to tip it away. Mustangs wing the tip. Mustangs can come into tonight's game after the huge upset versus Mountain Ridge. As they work it around outside. Near turn away, and it is stolen. Going the other way, and a beautiful block meeting him up top for the Mustangs. Doing a great job was number 13. But they get the board back and hit a huge three. Heinston gets the three. As that three falls, wasting no time matching the score are the Mustangs as they respond. Inside on the finger roll. Beautifully laid in by Hymas. And the traveling violation. So with 6:39 remaining, our score 5-3. Hills brings it up. Inside they go to the big man again. Easily lays it up and in, using the size to overwhelm is Luke Moyer. A near another turnover by the Mustangs as they're able to hold on. Head coach of the Mustang, Lance Gummersall, knew his team was in for a tough challenge tonight. They are extremely young, but as we also highlighted after the Mountain Ridge upset, this team does feel primed. They are ready to come in here and pull off another big upset. Try to work it inside. Nothing there. The three. Snare. Can't get it. Hills pushes the pace. Inside. Tries to go up with the tall trees. Instead, he'll go to the foul line. Hills on the season, the 6-foot senior guard for this team, averaging 6.6 points per game, and tied for second on this team in assists with 3.4. Can't get the first one to go. Can't get the second one to drop either, but the rebound won. As the Grizz retain possession, the three, it falls. Big time offensive rebound leads to a big time basket. Wasting no time on the other end. Mustangs fire one up as Hills controls it. Sorensen hit it on the other end. This time, a traveling violation. They won't get a chance at a shot. Student section, not a fan of that. It's Western night out here at Copper Hills. Students come out in full support, cowboy hats and all, and a big stick. Ashton Snare brings it up, the senior guard for this team, for the young Mustang squad. One of the few seniors they have. Inside the floater. Can't get it to fall, but there for the putback was Malcolm Johnson. Work it around. Hills drives, kicks it out. The triple falls. Copper Hills shooting the lights out early from inside the Grizz arena. That time it's Hymas. So 13-5 with 4:25 to play. Strong defense there. Rebounds up. Tried to save it. Took a hard fall. They push the pace the other way. Work it inside. Kick it back out. Same spot. Can't get it to fall. Offensive foul go the other way. So Hymas already hit the first one. Wanted to fire another up. Can't get it to fall. But still an 8-point lead for the Grizz over the Mustangs. Just under 4 minutes remaining. Oh, a beautiful rejection by Hills as he rises up. They push it the other way, dump it off. Can't get it to go, tipped up in the air and controlled. So the Mustangs, strong defense in transition, prevent the basket. Doesn't take away from the incredible block by Hills on the previous play. Throw it across court to Dunt, or Dutt, check that. Back to Snare. Reaching over top there and getting called for the foul was Luke Moyer. The 6'6" senior forward averages 14 points per game on the season. One of two players for this team who averages 14 points per game, and he's going to take a rest. Coming in relief of him will be Ashton Howick. Feed him down low, can't get position, but the beautiful cut gets this layup to fall. So the Mustangs keeping pace here. That time it was Nathan Swanson. Copper Hills wastes no time firing on the other end, can't get it to fall. Just over 2:30 to play in the first quarter. Deep three, it's not going to count. Offensive foul on the moving screen. Hills likes the mismatch, gets it up, follows the miss, and he'll go back to the free throw line for two more shots. So the guts by the freshman, taking it to the rack early. As Hills goes to the line. A little bit of a summary on the Grizz season so far. They started the year with 2 wins over Layton and Hunter. They had a very close and tight loss to Woods Cross. Then they had 3 straight wins, followed by another tight loss to Mountain Brook. And since that loss, they're 6-1, with their only loss of the season by more than 10 points coming to Farmington over that span. As Hills misses again from the line, but once again, Copper Hills able to control the rebound. Grizz working it around, hesitates and ripped away. Mustangs defense strong. Throw it ahead. Didn't want to go up with that one. Just over 2 minutes to play. Mustangs down low, up top with a strong finish there is Ike Palmer. Ike Palmer makes it a 9-13 game. Palmer, one of the leaders on this team, the 6'3" sophomore, one of the young players with a bright future. That ball is going to stay with Copper Hills. Palmer on the Seavers is averaging 15 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 1.8 assists. He needs 23 points tonight to already reach 250 for the season. As you see the step back there. Rims in and out. Mustangs will push the pace again, up top to Dutt. Kicks it out. It falls. Mustangs, this young team stepping up in the hostile Grizz environment. That time it's Malcolm Johnson from downtown. Sort of a 1-point ball game as the Grizz still lead. A nice late run by the Mustangs. Kind of encompasses their season. Let the big man get to the rack. He'll kick it back out. And this young Mustangs team makes the mistake of fouling a 3-point shooter. I'll send Nathan Sorensen to the line. Speaking of the Mustang season, let's take a look at it so far. They started the season 1-8, but as we mentioned, an extremely young team. And since that 1-8 start, they've gone 3-4 as Sorensen hits the first free throw. When you're coaching a younger team, one of the things that's always more challenging is these guys not only lack the playing experience of varsity, but the physicality, the time in the weight room that you develop over the course of a season. Those guys just aren't at that point yet. So it makes sense that their bodies and their games would develop as the course of the season goes along. Sorensen drills the second one.
Coming in for Herriman, number 3, Copper Hills, number 33, Logan Whiteout.
Logan Widehour checks in for Copper Hills. Sorensen goes 3 for 3. Brings up to a 4-point game with just over 45 seconds remaining in our first quarter of play inside Grizz Arena. Swing it outside. Misses everything. 30 seconds remaining as they push the pace. They're going to hold for the final shot. McCoy Lanston holds it. Lanston, one of the other players on this team, averaging 14 points per game, also averages 6.3 rebounds and 3.7 assists. Runs the point for this team, but one of those players with positionless basketball at that 6'6" height. He's going to start to go at 10 seconds. The dribble handoff there to Logan Widehour. Give it back to him. He gets tangled up with the Mustangs. 3 seconds. They strip it. Copper Hills got to throw something up. Can't get it to fall. So after 1, the Mustangs fall behind early, but able to make it a game. Copper Hills Grizzlies 16, Herriman Mustangs 12. Welcome back inside Copper Hills High School, where the newly lit Copper Hills sign fills the student section across the way. Solid crowd in-house. Copper Hills student section went with Western Night, but the Mustangs made the short trek over. They seem to have gone with a more neon look tonight. Unvisible from the camera at the moment. Deep. Can't get it to fall. Mustangs control it. Johnson pushes the pace. Has a man open down low. Can't control it. Going to stay with the Mustangs. So we get the second period underway here. Johnson will inbound it from down low. Logan Johnson, the junior, comes around. Off-bounds floater, can't get it to go. Grizz work it around. Get it back to their guy in Langston. Swings it from down low. A lot of contact there, no whistle as the Mustangs control it. Chachi Pan with the ball. I said Johnson on the last trip. That was a mistake, it's Pan. Get it outside. Back to Pan. Just over a minute played in our second quarter. As the Grizz defense holds strong, Pan has time to set, he'll fire. And the Grizz push it. Coy Langston. Hands it off to Sorensen. Up top, they leave Langston open, and he makes them pay. Swishes the student section, hits the deck. (19-12) now. Pan swings it over. Got a little bit of a late whistle, slow things down. With Hills and Hymas checking back in. Langston will take his first rest of the night. Owen Barclay inbounds it. Gets it to Malcolm Johnson. Mustangs struggling to get anything going right now. Be a shot clock in high school basketball next year. That'll take effect in games like this. Offensive rebounding taking effect here tonight with Malcolm Johnson, the 6'3" sophomore, getting the follow. He's averaging 9 points per game on the season and have a bright future ahead of him. Hills. Contact on the off arm, but the Mustangs defense holds strong. Trap down low. Pan thinks about it. He'll dribble it out. Hand off to Johnson. Just over 5 to play. Johnson looks to ISO. Kicks it out to Barclay. Pan. Cut off baseline. And he was cut off so well baseline, he was out of bounds. Turnover. Snar checks back in. Neither team yet to use a timeout. Foul count only 3 to 4. No one really in bonus range yet. Hills patient with it. Outside, gives it to Widehour. Widehour traveled with it though, as the Mustangs take over. Talked about it early on, the maturity of this Mustangs team growing up over the course of a season, paying off right in front of our eyes as they're able to keep this very much in range. Mustangs look inside at Johnson. Johnson with the layup. We got a 3-point game inside Copper Hills High School. Up top. They left him open. Can't make him pay there. Tries to attack from up top. Can't get it going. Calling for the screen is Cale Barclay. Down low to Johnson. He's had the hot hand. Hit the cutter inside. There was some contact there. Johnson drives baseline. Swings it out. Back to Johnson. Back to Barclay. Goes up with it strong. Can't get it to fall. Pushing the pace is Hymas. Back to Hymas. Hymas gets a strong finish and gives his teammate a bump for the extra measure accidentally. So 21-16 with over 3 to play inside Grizz Arena. Down low, didn't want to hit the cutter. Barclay from up top. Works it over to Palmer. Offensive foul, so a little bit of pushing and shoving going on down low between Hayden and Shepard. Lead to some substitutions here with 2:54 to play. Hills brings it up. Also back in is Langston. Langston, a beautiful block. Richard Dutch showing off the length, but getting it right back are the Grizz. 3, Hill gets the bank. I don't know if he called it, but it counts all the same. Mustangs work it around. Palmer using the body, finger roll, gets it to fall. Beautiful spin and laying it in. Every time it looks like Copper Hills might be getting going on offense, this team has a response. Mustangs have also been very strong defensively. Palmer switches out there, deep 3. Can't get it to fall, Palmer controls it. Dutt thought about it. Instead, he'll give it to Snare. Snare off the screen, attacks, kicks it out. 3, air balls. Snare gets it right back. Floater, can't get it to go. Nearly traveled there. Able to control it and get it to his guard. McCoy Langston, who gets it over to Hills. Hills uses the screen. Langston, gonna drive behind the back, kicks it out. Triple, got it. Ashton Howick makes him pay from downtown. Howick reaches on the other end. And that's going to lead to a foul. And our first time out of the game. We'll step away.
College wasn't built for me.
It didn't care if I had to work a double shift.
Test day's test day. Deadline's a deadline.
I want to set the deadlines.
Tests on your time. Courses on your time. Graduate on your time. WGU, the nonprofit University of View.
Welcome back inside to Copper Hills High School, home of the Grizz, as this young Mustangs team is battling hard. You're watching KSL Game Night Live Rewind. I'm JT Wistersill. 27-18 with just over a minute to play. Had a good one. Copper Hills hasn't been able to have a ton of success scoring inside the paint, but outside, shooting it well from distance. And this Mustangs team able to string together those gritty baskets. So a 9-point game. Coach Gummersall decided to burn the timeout here, try to get a good shot with a minute to go. We'll see if they decide to hold it for one. They look to be playing aggressive as they work it around. Trying to hit Johnson off the screen. Johnson. Snare will bring it out. 40 seconds remaining. Snare, Johnson, thought about it. Ran into the double team inside. Barclay gets it to fall. Owen Barclay makes this a 7-point game. Copper Hills holding for the final shot, just over 15 seconds. Hills gonna wait it out. Right over the Bear logo. They look for him off the screen. Sorensen drives, pull up, blocked. Dutt showing off the rejection again. 1 second, he's got to hoist it. He was not aware of the shot clock, unable to get it off there. Welcome back inside to Copper Hills High School. As the student sections get riled back up, we're ready to go for what should be an exciting second half after a fast and a furious first half. Hello everyone, I'm JT Wistersill, still with you on the call as this young, hungry Mustangs team is fighting hard here on the Grizzlies floor. Grizzlies were able to shoot it well, and because of that do have the 27-20 lead as we get set to start that third quarter. But As we said, the Mustangs team kept stringing buckets along. One guy who's really stood out early on is a guy in Malcolm Johnson who's been on from deep. He averages 9 points per game on the season and is already very close to that average as a 6'3" sophomore. How about Ike Palmer as well, has also looked incredibly strong, controlling the offense. Only averaging 1.8 assists, but I don't think that shows how much he handles the ball. And the length of number 21, Richard Dutt, on defense has also been impressive. As that three forced and not going to fall. So Copper Hills will control it. Looks like the Mustangs tried to come out with a quick set play, try to get that fast basket. Weren't able to do it. Working it around. Down low, can't get it to fall as it rolls out of bounds. Oh, actually able to control it was Dutt. So inside, the size of Luke Moyer, not able to get it through. Ike, once again, finger rolls it through. Ike, only a sophomore, but the feel for the game is impressive to watch. Just does a great job getting those up and through on the spin moves. The opportunities there. Moyer from deep. It's money. Dutt up top. Works to snare. Johnson to Dutt. Barclay. Back out to Johnson. They're working it around right now, the Mustangs. Hard to score inside with the team like Copper Hills on you. Johnson tried to get the tough finger roll to fall. Kind of a weird moment there, as maybe people confused it for a whistle. Almost everyone stopped playing, but Barclay can't get it to fall. Oh, beautiful no-look pass. Outside Moyer, sees the clear lane, takes the contact, gets the basket, count the bucket. So Luke Moyer, the 6'6" senior forward, with a strong finish at the hoop. Makes it a 10-point game. That was a crowded paint right there, but Moyer did not care. Went straight through it like he's LeBron James and got the foul and the basket all the same. Going to be a little discussion here. Had to switch who the foul was committed by. Looked like a little bit of a mix-up with the book down low.
At the free throw line, number 25, Luke Moyer.
Moyer going for the three-point play. He got it. Nothing but net on that free throw. So 33-22 lead. As Herriman tries to keep pace. Barclay. The Wild West student section letting the neon one have it. Palmer kind of faked it, uses the body again. Nearly got an and one. Ike Palmer once again getting back to the free throw line.
Number 13 for Herriman, Ike Palmer at the free throw line.
You know, this Mustangs team wears the shoes of Zion Williams, but if you had to ask me which player encompasses that most for this team, might be Ike Palmer. His footwork in the paint is extremely strong, and watching him show it off right there and a few times throughout this game, it's been a thing of beauty. Got the finesse as well as he goes 2 for 2 from the line. So the young Mustangs still keeping pace with the mighty Grizz. Hills gets it to Langston. Langston over to Hymas. As that one rattles in and out, Johnson, Palmer looks ahead. As they walk it up. Just under 6 to play in our third quarter. Dutt thought about it, snare, looks inside, it's not there. They bring Johnson off the screen, but they hit Dutt with the moving screen, and he is not a fan of that call. Thought he was moving a little bit. A beautiful play designed there by Coach Lance Gummersall. Both these coaches in their third years with their respective schools. So Lance Gummersall with the Mustangs, John Watkins with the Grizz. Grizz, of course, 5th in the RPI with the Mustangs 20th. But based on their play these last 2 games, I expect that to continue to climb. Can't get that 3 to fall. It was Lanston. Palmer brings it up. Back to Johnson. Screen tries to dribble in front of, but almost loses it. Thought about the step back to Palmer. He nearly gets stripped. He's kind of stuck. Just tries to flip it up. Misses everything. Hills. Langston inside. Johnson reached around and poked it away there. From Kyson Hymas. Hymas, a 6'5" junior forward. Palmer's gonna come out, take a rest. Look inside first. Langston thought about it. Has not the height mismatch, but definitely the size one. He does another no-look one there to Hills. Hills inside, takes the contact to suck the defense in. Long rebound, gonna be able to control it. Are the Grizz. Moyer going back inside. Can't get the finger roll to fall. It's just too strong. Dutt outside. Taking their time, a little over 4 left in the third. Johnson, Barclay gives to Dutt. Snare, pull up. It falls, gets a nice little bounce up top. So it's 32-26 right now. Copper Hills leads Herriman. Two schools within close proximity, of course. Hills, spin, Dutt. Hills lucky it was a travel because Dutt was all over that. The length of Dutt has led to a number of blocks so far, and he swatted that one, but the travel was first, so he will not get credit with the rejection. Ike Palmer checks back in. Coach Gummersall probably just wanted to talk something over with him. So Mustangs walk it up. Mustangs 1-1 in region play so far. Looking to get over 500 in the region play, while Copper Hills looks to continue to keep pace. We're gonna get Nathan Swanson there. Swanson averaging 9.3 points on the season, and we've seen him throw it up a few times tonight from deep. We know we can hit him. Bring Snare off the screen. Snare got the last one to go. See if he's feeling it. Aggressive cross. Gets Hills to leave his feet. Can't make him pay. Johnson the board. And the finish. Threw Swanson out the way and then got the putback. She's got a 4-point ball game inside Copper Hills Arena. Swanson thought about it. Over to Langston. McCoy Lanston tries to attack inside. And the offensive foul, they hit the moving screen, and he's got to be careful there, getting a little frustrated, is Luke Moyer. He smacks the floor. Is he going to hit it with a tech? Oh yeah, he's getting hit with a tech. That'll be a technical foul on Luke Moyer. Very frustrated with the moving screen call. Smacks the floor in frustration. He has to check out. He's not able to control his emotions. Coach Watkins telling him right now, hey, you got 4 fouls, and we need you. Ike Palmer will shoot the technical foul. Here are the opposing Parrots for the Mustangs, chanting that you can't do that, as it is true. Palmer rims in and out. Opposing student section of Copper Hills saying ball don't lie right now, in their opinion. Palmer gets the second one to fall to silence the Wild West section. So a 3-point ball game thanks to the free throw. Once again, the composure of this young Mustangs team coming out. Copper Hills was hitting their shots in rhythm, but the Mustangs stayed the course, rode the flow, and it got back into it. Hills nearly stripped there, but got a little grabby. Be a foul on him. Last quarter, we did not get into the bonus. Last half, excuse me, we didn't get into the bonus. This one, we're already almost there with 5 fouls already for the aggressive Grizz defense. Bear claws all over the Mustangs here early. Snare. Palmer has it. Works it around, look to Johnson first. Snare gonna have to come bail him out. Barkley came up for the screen. Snare didn't want it. Palmer, Johnson, back to Snare. Snare only 5'8", but able to get effective moves in, like the finger roll right there. High off the glass, it's a beautiful finish, and it falls. His teammates are hyped for him too. Johnson was up and jumping up and down, and as they should be, a beautiful finish by the young man right there, Snare. And we have a 1-point ball game right now with a chance to tie things up here. Snare at the line. He's got it. We are tied inside Copper Hills. Nearly, as we stated, 15-team difference in the RPI. But don't tell Coach Gummer saw the numbers. This team has showed up and they are ready to play. With 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, we have a tie game right now. Copper Hills working it around. Got the mismatch inside. Will they recognize it? They're working to get it to him. They do. Beautiful help by Palmer. He knocked it away. Ike sees Johnson. Cross court. Johnson. Can't get it to fall. Was saved by Barkley. Instead, it'll give the fast break to Copper Hills. Hymas. This is across. Hills. Hills from deep. He's got it. Deep three from Hills. The Wild West trembles in the student section. Johnson attacks, takes the contact, can't get it to fall. Pushing it is Hymas. Hymas, one man. Palmer got his hand in there. And a foul. Give each other a little tap saying, hey, I got you. Nice move, nice move. They're going to go on a little 5-0 run of their own, are the Grizz, with Hymas to the line. Hymas gets the first one to fall. Hymas on the season, 8.6 points per game. 5 rebounds and 2 assists, a guy who very much plays his role. This will be his team next year as he is only a junior, but able to step up when his team needs it, as they are times tonight with guys like Luke Moyer in foul trouble. And he goes 2 for 2 from the line, does Hymas. 37-32, just over a minute to play in our third quarter. Snare, gives to Johnson, who gives it back to Snare. There was contact there on the reach, and they'll get him for the foul. That'll be the 7th foul, so we'll be shooting. Got the 1-and-1 coming up. Snare at the line. Can't get it to fall. As Hills brings it up. A minute remaining. Looks like we might see Coach Watkins hold it for the entire minute. As we discussed earlier, high school coaches, he got one last year to do it, so might as well maximize it before that shot clock comes in next season. One thing we know that Dusty and Dane, of course, are very excited about here at the Rewind Sports Network. And we thank all of you again for watching us tonight on KSL Game Night Live Rewind. Pressure up top with 30 seconds. Doesn't face Copper Hills. They're going to hold it all the same. Fans of Mustangs chanting play basketball, frustrated. While Copper Hills, the Grizz take the conservative route, staying in hibernation for the last 50 seconds. And then Snare gets reachy there as he makes contact. Only the 4th team foul. Young Mustangs have been nowhere near as reachy, for lack of a better word, as the Grizz have. So we got 11 seconds left. Expect him to go right away. See McCoy Lanston checks back in. He gets it with 10 to go. 9, 8, crossover. 6, he's stuck. Throws it out. Deep 3, hand in the face. It does not matter. Hayden Shepard buries it right before time expires to push this to an 8-point game. The big time shot by the senior guard there. Able to stretch it to 7. 40-32. We got one to play, and it's going to be a good one. Don't go anywhere. You're watching KSL Game Night Live Rewind.
College wasn't built for me.
I didn't care if I had to work a double shift.
Or if my kid had a fever.
Deadline's a deadline.
I want to set the deadlines.
I'm going to take tests when I'm ready.
I want to take courses on my time.
And speed up when I know my stuff.
I want a university that cares about me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the nonprofit university of you.
Back inside Copper Hills Arena, where it's 40-32 with the fourth quarter set to get underway. Grizz, they are home, but they're in a little bit of a hostile environment right now with the competitive atmosphere going. Wild West student section gets going. This is a team that isn't, even though they have the 11-3 record, they're ready for some tough games. I mean, this is a team that played in 4 years in a row. They've gone to this KSA tournament in Florida as the beautiful hands there by Hills gets the layup to drop. But 4 years in a row, they played in the Florida tournament, out-of-state competition, always a mix-up for different styles, so they're ready for this. As are this young Mustangs team, who's come along a long way over the season. 4-3, 3-4 since that rough start we talked about. So we've watched as Coach Gummersall's team. It feels like they've even just improved as the game is worn on, which you know he's encouraged by. It's going to be a team to watch out for a few years. Right now, they're just trying to get some buckets as they trail by 10. Dutt in the corner. The cutter Barkley doesn't throw it to him. Palmer gonna attack from way out, uses the size again. Cannot get his finger roll to fall there. Feels like it's the first one of that type of shot he has missed tonight. Hesitates, fires, hits the front of the iron. Palmer had him, didn't want to throw ahead. Barkley thought about it. Well, just over a minute played here. Palmer making the calls. Barkley got stuck. Palmer came to get him. Stripped there on the strong defense by Hayden Shepard. Moyer checks back in. Remember with Moyer, the 6'6 senior, he does have 4 fouls, so that'll be something to monitor. He gets one, he's done, and we know he's frustrated, so we'll see how he's able to control his emotions over the last 6:30 of this game. Palmer using the screens. Just a little dump off pass. Snare from up top. Barkley. Over to Palmer. Palmer just goes right into the defense of the Grizz. That'll lead to a jump ball. As you see, Kyson Hymas check back in. One interesting note just about this matchup is you have Andrew Blanchard is the athletic director of the Herriman Mustangs, and he was the head coach here at Copper Hills, but left the school after they had gone on a couple deep state tournament runs to take over as the athletic director for the Mustangs. He is here tonight hoping his now school could beat the old one he coached for. A lot of chaos going on the floor right now. Johnson taking the contact. Mustangs may be young, but they're being physical as they go right in there. Snare up top. Just over 5:30 to play. Grizz defense really locking in right now, making it tough. Forces a three, does Barkley. Hills will walk it up. McCoy Langston had good position, didn't want to shoot it. Hymas up top. Moyer nearly traveled. No hurry for the young Grizz. Willing to work some clock with 5 minutes to go. Nice strong push by this young team. Swing it up top. Hills. Wait for it. It's an interesting contrast we have going right now. On the other end, you have the strong defense of the Grizz making it difficult for the Mustangs to score. Then on the other end, could argue strong defense as well, as it forces Coach Watkins to take a timeout. We'll take a quick break. We'll be just back in a moment. You're watching Game Night Live Rewind.
College wasn't built for me.
I didn't care if I had to work a double shift.
Or if my kid had a fever.
Deadline's a deadline.
I want to set the deadlines.
I want to take tests when I'm ready.
I want to take courses on my time.
And speed up when I know my stuff.
I want a university that cares about me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the nonprofit university of you.
Back inside at Copper Hills Arena. JT Wister still here, taking you through the last 4:46 of what's been a fun one. It's been a 10-point game right now as the Cowboys and Cowgirls get going. Once again, this team in no rush right now, but they will take the wide open corner three and make the wide open corner three. Was Hayden Shepard. Seniors come up huge tonight. Johnson's gonna, uh-oh. There was some, Johnson got the shot. Johnson's shot was blocked there. On the rejection was Kyson Hymas. Said some expletives that the ref gave him a little bit of a warning for. (45-32). Our score right now. Get it to Barclay. He's gonna drive inside, loses it. Mustangs control it, it's Shepard. He gets it over to Lanston McCoy, to Hills. Hills thinking about a three, McCoy. Thought about as well. McCoy's been very patient tonight, has not been the aggressor. It's a lazy pass, almost gets away from him there. Could have nearly been stolen. Joshy Pan, the man who could have had the steal. Once again, dribble it out, dribble it out, dribble it out. Hills, he's got a man open for a layup. Instead, they'll swing it across to Hymas. McCoy. This is tough. I mean, 3 minutes to go and you're playing keep away. It's going to be very difficult on this young Mustangs team to get back in the game. As one fan to our left from the Mustang, Chance Boring. Passed up a few layups at this point, Copper Hills has. Chachi Pan forced to foul, Quincy Hills. Still got a couple whistles to go till we're in the bonus. Frustration setting in for fans of this young Mustangs team who's fought so hard tonight, and if the current score stays as it is, I don't think it'll be indicative of how this game was. The score was tied tonight. The fact that the score was tied tonight multiple times is a testament to how the young Mustangs team showed up. And the 20 students that showed up for their student section were rewarded for it. So that's a 6th foul. We need one more, and Joshy's going to use it right there. Send Hills to the line. Just over 3 minutes to go. Mustangs are going to need some misses from the Grizz. They hope to get back into this one. Be interesting to see next year how games like this turn out. You could play, because of games, you could play, if you're Coach John Watkins, they're playing not to lose right now, Copper Hills is. It's the first free throw falls. When you play keep away, when you dribble it out as long as you want, you're playing not to lose. You're not playing aggressive. Next year, that philosophy has to go away because of that shot clock we brought up. It's going to be very interesting to see how coaches adjust to that and how players adjust to that, who are used to just wanting to dribble out because you'll be in those more high-pressure moments due to the stress of a shot clock. 47-32, just under 3 to play. Mustangs got to go. Barclay thought about it, gets it to Johnson. Gets it up top, Palmer. He's going to try to force it. Gets it to fall, looked to be short, but he got the nice bounce to get it over. The tough move by the young sophomore. So Ike Palmer, been one of the players this season more than any that's improved over the season, as Hills misses the wide open Hymas is a cutter, and they're going to have to foul again. Oh. And breaking ankles was Hills there. He didn't want to take the three. Hymas with the board and gets it back through. Hills took the ankles of Richard Dutt, the lengthy forward who has had a great game tonight. He's blocked Hills a few times tonight. Hills said, I got to get you back one time, makes him stumble, and then drops the Mustang. Wild West student section still shaking after that one. Barclay goes to the line. So Kale Barclay averaging 9.8 points on the season, 4 rebounds, 1.3 assists, and dropping the free throw through there. He is only a freshman, and is a guy that's going to get a lot better for this team as the years go on. And I'd say tonight he's played extremely well, as the rest of this Mustangs team has. Student section over there maybe chanced some things, but I think this game was closer than they expected it to be, as they're forced to foul. Herriman returns with the Let's Play Football chant. The classic whenever you lose in basketball is always to go to the Let's Play Football. If you lose to one, you just do the other. It's classic student section trash talk. Then they then get hit with the scoreboard, of course. Got to counter with the scoreboard if you lead. 2:01 to play as we got Hills to the line. 49-36 at the moment. Hills gets the first to drop. Copper Hills will get to 50. Hills, the second one. Rims in and out. So Chachi Pan brings it up. Waits for the screen. Palmer was open. Hills able to save it. Tiptoe on the sideline. No, he was not. Looked at a moment, but the late whistle came in and took it away. Rare occurrence there as you see Richard Dutt telling the ref, no, we're actually going to go over here. And the ref said, okay, not fine by me. Palmer, tough jumper. Can't get that one to bounce. 1:45 to play. The press comes on. Foul's going to have to come on as well, or else they'll dribble this out. So 50-36 is our score. See playing physical inside. Can't get it to fall. Tipped up. Snare pushing. Palmer back to Snare. Snare tree. Couldn't get it to go. Johnson, the aggressive defense, and even after the whistle, reached in a little late. Things getting a little chippy out here, not just between student section, but fans alike. Excuse me, players alike. Start the buses chant breaks out, and with only 1 minute to go in the game, that appears accurate. So Lanston McCoy, not the biggest night for him in terms of filling up the points column, but very effective, of course, especially defensively. I don't think that could be overstated for, as well as this Copper Hills team competed defensively. It was just really great to watch. Second one bounces in for him as well. (52-36). Palmer can't get it. Johnson, it's rejected. Hymas with the block. And the foul. And reaching inside there is going to be Luke Moyer. So that ends Moyer's night. I'm sure it'll be a frustrating one for him, but at the end his team still got the win and provided still a much needed spark and lift with his physicality inside. Logan Whitehour checks in. Barclay swishes the first one. Barclay's going to check out, and checking in will be his brother. Owen Barclay checks in. Owen, the 6'5" senior, came in to relieve his brother. As there, Dutt got a little grabby. Sending McCoy Langston back to the line. Just under a minute to play. We'll see how long the foul game goes on. McCoy can't get the first one to go as it bounces high. Second one does get the lucky bounce. 53-37. Nice lay in there by Ashton Snare as he gets the high off the glass to fall. That's going to be a timeout and a full timeout as well. So we'll step away. You're watching KSL Game Night Live Rewind.
I think it's very exciting for our employees here in corporate office to work day in and day out to make a better future for our customers. If I did not think about us as a storage company, I would tell everyone we are a technology company.
There's just a ton of innovation that comes through every single day. So the people that work really hard are the people who succeed here and are willing to work with the different innovation that is coming up at Extra Space as well. One of our values is teamwork. If you ask anyone any questions around here, they're always happy to help. I've noticed that the people who stick around are the people who are team players.
We're a fast-paced, growing organization. There are lots and lots of opportunities to grow here.
And you kind of get that feel when you work here that everyone's trying to do a good job in order to grow with the company.
I cannot imagine a more exciting place for people to come and work and have an impact to the organization and to
Fouling right away is Snare. Oh, they're not going to blow the whistle. Looked like he reached, but refs decided it was not going to be a teach. Inside, wide open layup. Up and in for Stephen Grover. Grover, a senior for this team, getting to check in. Palmer wastes no time, pops it, airballs it. 17 seconds to go. Snare, he's going to force one. That's going to be another air ball. But Palmer going to the free throw line. Not giving up. 12 seconds left. He's got a 15-point game right now, 55-40. Both teams at the 10 foul mark. Palmer can't get the first one to drop. Checking in for Copper Hills is Alex Wilcox, the junior shooting guard. Palmer, second one bounces out as well, and this looks to be, Ike Palmer reached in, but they're not going to call it, so let the last 7 seconds rattle off the clock. Johnson doesn't want to, though. Tried to strip him. And that'll do it. So your final score, 55-40. And what was a very competitive game despite the final score. You got Copper Hills late, getting to play keep away, hold it, and play the free throw game, was able to build up that lead. Defensively, they really locked in the fourth as well, but credit to the young Mustangs team. I mean, you got guys like Ashton Snare is the senior, but he still had a very strong night. And then when we look at the younger guys, Malcolm Johnson, the sophomore, came out that first half incredibly strong. Ike Palmer, there's a reason he leads this team in almost every stat category. Really a do-it-all guy who knows how to use his size and footwork very well. Had an incredible night for them as well. Even a guy, Cale Barclay, I mean, he's a true freshman and still averaging 9 points on the season, and we saw the reasons why tonight. And then when we look over to the Copper Hills, the Grizzlies, of course, John Watkins, while I'm sure there's some things he'd like for his squad to clean up tonight, still got strong contributions from a guy in Quincy Hills. Luke Moore may have gotten some foul trouble, but still was able to provide some things. And McCoy Langston, the steady senior presence, along with, of course, Nathan Swanson and Hayden Shepard, lighting it up from deep a few times. So your final score here, 55-40. I'm JT Wistersill for our cameraman, Vince Francis. We thank you for watching KSL Game Night Live Rewind, and have a great night.
The next home game will be Friday, January 28th, with your Copper top off.